Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForge reporting from the sideline. For the season series between these two teams, the Jazz came away empty-handed in the last matchup against Sacramento.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
That shot, the three, is very volatile. On games when it's falling, you can beat anyone, but when you're leaning on it and you go cold, tough sledding.
And that one's good, Wagner. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Here's Williams. Sacramento grabs the miss. Murray outside. DeRozan for three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Doug Christie gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by the tape. He said, the more I watch of Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper-aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Back over to you.
Allie, thank you so much.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Harden right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wagner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Wagner's got 6.
Well, you don't often see Wagner go to the mid-range, but right there, he just took what the defense gave him.
Finished off by Westbrook.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
Down low, kick out to Levine. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Well, they know Levine can knock that down. The defense has to do a better job of running him off the line.
And here's Harden. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Back to Jackson. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And Murray with the second chance points.
And so aggressive on the offensive glass. Murray using that size well.
Harden outside. And Wagner has it in the corner. Misses the 3.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Harden. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body to take the charge.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Kings leading. Carter looking around. They get it again. Monk outside. Pass to Clifford. Jacks up a three. And Malik Monk hits from deep.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Left side Williams. Back to Harden. To stop the run. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just playing unselfishly.
Look, he's the kind of player. That has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop that?
First team foul.
56 seconds left to play here in the first. Nice move. Kessler with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And he lays it straight in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Carter drives in. The rebound by Collier.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
Joe can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Well, you look at how far Monk has come over the course of his career, turning into a really well-rounded player, especially passing and shooting.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Clifford. Monk outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Sacramento with their lead standing at 6 points here.
60. Utah 10.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick-out for an open three, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Back to you, Kevin.
You got it, making the commitment. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. And great offensive firepower for the Kings. But you know what, Stan? They know they got to defend.
Well, their head coach, Doug Christie, made his bones at that end. But it's on these players to execute, and that'll be the challenge.
Now here's Jackson. Scoreless thus far. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Just 5 on the clock. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Kings. Here's Carter. Driving the lane. Makes it off the glass. Carter's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Collier. Off target from three-point range.
He may have had too much time to think about it.
Pass to Clifford. Monk outside. It's good from long range. Monk's got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Sensabaugh. Hasn't made one yet. They swipe it. And the three off target. Jazz trailed by 10. Joe in the corner. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
You gotta love Hunter's opportunistic attitude. He relishes any chance he gets to finish off alley-oops.
Here's Sensabaugh. Driving inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Utah's shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And the second free throw, good. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only... major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
2 minutes.
Pass to Kessler.
2 minutes.
Goes up on the wing, and it's good for 2. Filipowski's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Jazz. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That'll be his second foul of the game. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. That free throw missing. Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always in Sacramento. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now, here is George. Nothing on the board. Kessler with the bucket.
Well, you want Kessler involved in the offense. That's the kind of shot you're looking for.
54 seconds left in the second quarter. Carter down low. And then Carter with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Hunter. To the middle. Shot clock at 6. Here's Monk. No good from 18. Inside. Back to Joe. Outside, George. And there's the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
And so it's Sacramento in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pass to Kessler. Kessler the screen. And the layup falls.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Kings going into last season, bringing an experienced closer in DeMar DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis said it's what we needed. More veterans. We're a young team. We all know we're good, but it never hurts to have one of those big-time NBA players on the team for confidence, for backup, for everything. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Jazz trailed by 9. Williams with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And the slam dunk by Sabonis.
Oh, man, Murray's so quick. Takes it away in an instant.
Pass to George. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Williams. And Utah turns it over again. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. And here's DeRozan. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting, but everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
Al Levine. James Harden missing on the 3. 5 on the clock. Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Nice little flush there from Sabonis to cap off the possession.
Harden outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Levine wide open. From outside off the mark. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now they need a basket.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Now George following Sabonis' three-point attempt. Williams with the ball. Now defended by Levine. Here's George. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Kings leading now by 11. The kick out to Westbrook. Driving to the basket. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden attacking, and Harden with the stuff.
Crafty off the dribble. And the moment Harden gets an angle on you with his strength, it's over.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Here's Filipowski. It's Harden with the drive. Outside for Jackson. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substituting in for Utah. Number 24.
Hunter on the wing. Kings moving the ball around. Monk outside. There's the triple. Sacramento again missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here is Carter. 8 points for him. Shakes him. And that's 2 points on the layup. Carter's got 10 points.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pass to Filipowski. Wagner outside. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Clifford. Carter outside. Nifty move. Kessler with the rebound.
Oh, nice job protecting the rim. Turning an easy bucket into a miss.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Now Williams. Harden outside. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. Ahead by 9 is
42. Utah. 33.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Sacramento leading by 9. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. A rebound by the Jazz. Here's Joe. Sinks the triple. Joe's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Jazz.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And stolen by Murray to the inside. Pass to Westbrook. Over Collier. No good off the back of the rim. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Filipowski. He's covered by Murray. Back to Filipowski. Missed inside. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Kings.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy ones.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
And the Jazz with possession. Sacramento making their last shot. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. George, that's a two-pointer.
Well, that's what Levine has to do to be effective at the defensive end. Stay active and engaged.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Three-pointer hits the three-point bomb. Levine's got the lead up to 13 now for the Kings.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Here's Wagner. Gets the front of the rim and out. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
In transition, here come the Jazz. It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside, Levine. Now Murray from deep. And down goes the three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Sacramento leading by 16. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And GA, you look at the numbers for Sabonis. They're historic. But how would you surround him to make a deep run?
Well, I might try to pair him with another rim protector. Sabonis is a nice focal point offensively, but he's not a big-time shot blocker.
And the rejection by Jackson. A shot by Harden, wide open. Sacramento grabs the miss. Murray outside. Kings moving the ball around. Pass to Westbrook. Pocket 6. From past the arc. Drains the three-pointer.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Williams.
And he gets the bucket. 6 points for Williams.
Look, that's an opportunity you don't pass up.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Zach LaVine.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
To left feet there. substitution. Kessler. Landry
Outside, Levine. .59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good from three. And it's the Jazz's ball. It's a 16-point game. And yeah, it's good. Outside Westbrook. He takes it in. They can't stop the run with that one. Harden. Oh, the dunk.
Let's go.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 22 is their biggest lead.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Levine rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Well, when he gets it going like he is tonight, Zach LaVine is a nightmare to deal with.
So it's the Kings winning this one.
You see my low, candy